Surah An-Naml, the Ant. This Makki surah has 93 verses. In the commentary of Mujamul Bayan, it is written that the recitation for the surah compared to 10 times the number of people alive during the time of Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, Hud alayhi salam, Shu'ab alayhi salam, Saleh alayhi salam, and Ibrahim alayhi salam. In the commentary of Burhan, it is written that if this surah is written on deerskin or kept in the house, then no dangerous creatures like e.g. snake will come near the house. This has been narrated by Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam. Tasin. These are the verses of the Quran and the book that makes things clear, a guidance and good news for the believers. And keep up prayer and pay the poor rate, and of the hereafter they are sure. As to those who do not believe in the hereafter, we have surely made their deeds fair seeming to them, but they abundantly wander on. These are these are they who shall have an evil punishment, and in the hereafter shall be the greatest losers. And most surely you are made to receive the Quran from the wise, the knowing Allah. When Musa said this to his family, "Surely I see fire. I will bring to you it from news, or I will bring you to you from a burning firebrand, so that you may warm yourselves." So when he came to it, a voice was uttered, saying, "Blessed is whoever is in the fire and whatever it about. And glory be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. O Musa, surely I am Allah, the mighty, the wise. And cast down your staff." So when he saw it in motion, as if it were a serpent, he turned back retreating, and did not return. O Musa, fear not. Surely the apostles shall not fear in my presence, neither he who has been unjust. Then he does good instead of evil, for surely I am the forgiving, the merciful. And enter your hand into the opening of your bosom, it shall come forth white, without evil, among 9 signs to Pharaoh and his people. Surely they are transgressing people. So when our clear signs came to them, they said, "This is clear enchantment." And they denied them unjustly and proudly while their soul had been convinced of them. Consider then how this was the end of the mischief makers. And certainly we gave knowledge to Dawood and Suleiman, and they both said, "Praise be to Allah, who has made us to excel him many of his servants." And Suleiman and Dawood's hair, and he said, "O men, we have been taught the language of birds, and we have been given all things. Most surely this is a manifest grace." And his hosts of the jinn and the men were the birds gathered to him, and they were formed into groups, until when they came to the valley of Namel, Namelite said, "O Namel, enter your houses, that Suleiman and his hosts may not crush you while they do not know." So he smiled, wondering at her word, and said, "My lord, grant me that I should be grateful for thy favour, which thou hast bestowed on me and my parents, and I should do good as thou art pleased with, and make me enter by thy mercy into thy servants, the good ones." And he reviewed the birds then said, "How is it that I see not the hoopoe, or is it that he is of the absentees? Surely I will most certainly punish him with a severe punishment, or kill him, or he shall bring to me a clear plea." And he tarried not long, and said, "I comprehend that which you do not comprehend, and I have brought to you a sure information from Sheba." Surely I found a woman ruling over them, and she has been given an abundance and has a mighty throne. I found her and her people adoring the sun instead of Allah, and the shaitan has made their deeds fair seeming to them, and thus turned away from the way, so they do not go aright, and that they do not make obedience to Allah, who brings forth what is hidden in the heavens and in the earth, and knows what you hide and what you make manifest. Allah, there is no God but He. He is the Lord of mighty power. He said, we will see whether you have told the truth or whether you are one of the liars. Take this letter and hand it over to them, then turn away from them and see what answer they return. She said, O chief, surely an honorable letter has been delivered to me. Surely it is from Suleiman, and surely it is in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, saying, Exalt not yourselves against me, and come to me in submission. She said, O chiefs, give me advice respecting my affair. I never decide an affair until you are in my presence. They said, We are the possessors of strength and possessors of mighty powers, and the command is yours. Therefore, see what you will command. She said, Surely the kings, when they enter a town, ruin it, and make the noblest of its people to be low, and thus they always do. And surely I am going to send a present to them, that and shall wait to see what answers do the apostles bring back. So when he came to Solomon, he said, What will you give me in wealth? But what has Allah given me that is better than what He has given you? Nay, you are an exultant because of your present. Go back then. So we will most certainly come to them with hosts which they shall have no power to oppose, and we will most certainly expel them therefrom in abasement, and they shall be in state of ignominy. He said, O chiefs, which of you can bring to me her throne, before they come to me in submission? One of the audacious men among the jinn said, I will bring it to you before you rise up from your place, and surely I am strong and trusty for it. One who had knowledge of the book said, I will bring it to you in the twinkling of an eye. And then when he saw it settled beside him, he said, This is the grace of my Lord, that he may try me, whether I am grateful or ungrateful. And whoever is grateful, he is grateful only for his own soul. And whoever is ungrateful, then surely my Lord is self-sufficient on it. He said, Alter her throne for her. We will see whether she follows the right way or is of those who do not go aright. So when she came, it was said, Is your throne like this? She said, It is as it were the same. And we were given the knowledge before it, and we were submissive. And what she worships besides Allah prevented her. Surely she was of an unbelieving people. And it was said to her, Enter the palace. But when she saw it, she deemed it a great expanse of water, and barred her legs. He said, Surely it is a palace, made smooth with glass. She said, My lord, surely I have been unjust to myself, and I submit with Suleiman to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. And certainly we sent Samud, their brother Saleh, saying, Serve Allah. And lo, they became two sects quarreling with each other. He said, O my people, why do you seek to hasten the evil before the good? Why do you not ask for forgiveness of Allah so that you may be dealt with mercifully? They said, We have met with ill luck on account of you, and an account of those with you. He said, The cause of your evil fortune is with Allah. Nay, You are people who are tried. And they were in the city 9 persons who made mischief in the land and did not act aright. They say, "Swear to each other by Allah that we will certainly make a sudden attack on him and his family by night. And then we will say to his heir, 'We did not witness this destruction of his family, and we are most certainly truthful.'" And they planned a plan, and we planned a plan while they perceived not. See then how the end of the plan, that we destroyed them, and the people and all of them. So those other houses fallen down, because they were unjust. Most surely there is a sign in this for a people who know. And we delivered those who believed and guarded against evil. We sent Lot when he said to his people, "What? Do you commit indecency while you see? What? Do you indeed approach men lustfully rather than women? Nay, you are people who act ignorantly." But the answer of his people was no other they said, except they said, "Turn out Lot's followers from your town. Surely they are people who would keep pure." But we delivered him and his followers, except his wife, and ordained her to be one of those who remain behind. And we rained on them a rain, and evil it was the rain of those who had been warned. Say, "Praise be to Allah and peace upon his servants, whom he has chosen. Is Allah better or what they associate with him? Nay, he who created the heavens and the earth and sent down for you water from the cloud. Then we caused to grow thereby beautiful gardens. It is not possible for you that you should make trees therefore to grow. Is there a God with Allah? Nay, they are people who deviate. Or who made the earth a resting place, and made it in rivers, and raised it on mountains, and placed between the two seas a barrier. Isn't a God with Allah? Nay, most of them do not know. Or who answers the distressed one when he calls upon him, and removes the evil, and he will make your successors in the earth. Is there a God with Allah? Little is it that you mind. Or who guides you in utter darkness of the land and the sea, who sends you the winds and as good news before he sends his mercy. Is there a God with Allah, exalted by Allah, above what they associate with him? Or who originates the creation, then reproduces it, and who gives you the sustenance from heaven and earth? Is there a God with Allah? Say, bring your proof if you are truthful. Say, no one in the heavens and the earth knows unseen but Allah, and they do not know when they shall be raised. Nay, their knowledge respecting the hereafter is slight and hasty. Nay, they are in doubt of it. Nay, they are quite blind to it. And those who disbelieve say, "What? When we have become dust, and our fathers too, shall we certainly be brought forth? We have certainly been promised this, we and our fathers before, but these are naught but stories of the ancients. Say, travel in the heaven and see how it was the end of the guilty, and grieve not for them, and be not distressed because of what they plan." And they say, "When will this threat come to pass? If you are truthful, say, maybe there may have drawn near to you somewhat of which they seek you to hasten on. But surely your Lord is the Lord of grace to men, but most of them are not grateful. And surely your Lord knows what their breasts conceal and what they manifest. And there is nothing concealed in the heaven and the earth, but is clear in a book. Surely the Quran declares to the children of Israel most of what they did differ in, and surely it is a guidance and mercy for the believers. Surely your Lord will judge between them by his judgment, and he is the mighty, the knowing. Therefore rely on Allah. Surely you are on the clear truth. Surely you do not make the dead to hear, and you do not make the deaf to hear the call when they go back retreating. Nor can you be a guide, nor can you be a guide to the blind of the error. You cannot make anyone bear anyone except those who believe in our communication, so they submit. And when the world shall come forth to pass against them, we shall bring forth a creature from the earth that shall wound them, because people did not believe in our communications. And on that day, when we will gather from every nation a party among those who rejected our communications, then there shall be formed into groups, until when they come, he will say, did you reject my communications while you had no comprehension knowledge of them? Or what was it that you did? And the world shall come to pass against them, because they are unjust, so they shall not speak. Do they not consider that we have made the night that they may rest in, and the day to give light? Most surely there are signs in this for people who believe. And on the day when the trumpet shall be blown, and those who are in the heavens and those who are on earth shall be terrified, except as Allah please, all shall come to him abased. And you see the mountains, and you think to them to be solid, and they shall pass away, and the passing away of the cloud, the handiwork of Allah, who has made everything thoroughly. Surely he is aware of what you do. Whoever brings good, he shall have a better than it, and they shall be secure from terror on the day. And whoever brings evil shall be thrown on their faces into the fire. Shall you be rewarded for or accept what you did? I am commanded only that I should serve the Lord of his city, who has made it sacred in all things, who I am command that I should be those who submit. And I should recite Quran. Therefore, whoever goes aright, he goes aright for his own soul, and whoever goes astray, then say, I am only one of the warners. And say, praise be to Allah. He will show you his signs so that shall recognize them. Nor is your Lord heedless of what you do.
صدق الله العلي العظيم.